Smell that? You smell that?
Smell what?
Napalm, Mum. Nothing else in the world smells like that. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Good morning, Vietnam! And we're leaving. Warning. If you suffer from extreme claustrophobia, a fear of tight spaces, then there is a part in this film which you may not like. Don't worry, I will warn you when it comes. Alrighty, today is day 8. As you can see, I've been growing a bit of a moustache here, a bit of a beard. My shaver is long gone. I lost my shaver in one of the hotels probably 4 or 5 days ago. Anyway, today is exactly our last day. 9:20 tonight, we are leaving. It's been an absolute fun adventure. It's going to be sad to leave, but it's also going to be fun to go back home, see my animals. You alright there, Oscar? What are you doing? Today we're going to the Viet Cong tunnels. This is the place where the Vietnamese were hiding in the Vietnam War with America. Anyway, the American troops would come through the jungle. The troops would be surrounded by the Viet Cong with machine guns, and they would shoot at the Americans, which would ultimately suck for them. Anyway, we're going to go in these tunnels. These tunnels are very, very narrow, very short, very claustrophobic. I'm not even sure if I can actually get inside of them because I am so big. We're going to try. That's it. Checked to see if our bags were here. We're about to go on the bus. Yes. Checking myself. Checking Mum. We're here, and we're also about to go on the bus. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Oi, oi, oi!
Yeah, there's mine.
Oh, nice.
Yours and mine together.
Yours is going in, is it?
Mine's going in. Yours is next. Oh,
Mine's
no.
next?
No.
Mine's next, no?
Tiny one's next.
Why is mine not next? It should be next.
Here it is. And no, yours is the last one to go on.
Why is mine the last one? Alright, just jumped off the bus. We're going to this complex now, which will then take us down into the jungle area. We will eventually see the Viet Cong tunnels that they dug years ago. Just before we get off the bus, me and Mum and pretty much everybody on the bus, we all put mosquito repellent on our skin to prevent, you know, diseases from mosquitoes biting us. We're just standing here now waiting for our group to start. There's a strong smell of mosquito repellent everywhere. Everyone walking past kind of has mosquito repellent right now, or they probably should. Diseases, sexy diseases.
Thank you.
A very weird entrance. We're starting with the big tunnel before we go to the small tunnels, apparently. Before this place could be opened for tourist use, they had to search the land for booby traps and bombs because it was absolutely riddled with bombs and booby traps. You can't have tourists' legs flying off, otherwise no more tourists, right? They've recreated a little village atmosphere here with all the little huts. This is what the Vietmanese used to have back in the day, and in some parts of the country probably still do. Things like this were definitely here during the war. And we're officially starting our journey in the jungle right now. Over there in the distance, there's some sort of machine gun firing, bomb explosion sounds constantly playing on probably like a loudspeaker or something. Can you just imagine if it's actual grenades and actual machine guns that are just firing at us? It would be a kind of a bad day, wouldn't it?
Everybody's ready? Okay, we come to the jungle. Of course, in the wartime, you never know what underneath. Until somebody step on this.
Oh, wow. Oh, look at that.
That's no good.
Wow, you would not like to walk on that, would you?
From the metal.
You'd fall straight down and you'd pierce your body in the huge spike.
Wounding, not killing.
Pretty much, if the fall didn't kill you, infection would. You'd be penetrated. These spikes would penetrate your body. If you managed to pull yourself off of the spikes, which would be absolutely immensely painful. If you managed to do that, within days, you'd be heavily infected and you'd die. So pretty much during the Vietnam War, America eventually decided to leave the war. America didn't exactly get the result that they wanted. Half the Vietnamese culture, they think that America were here to help them. The other half think, no, they were the baddies. So it depends who you ask around here. Some people are going to say they're good, some people are going to say they're bad, but we in the West, we see the Vietnam War as called the Vietnam War, but the Vietmanese see it as an American war. The Vietnam War is the American war from the different perspective, you see the mindset there.
All right, so this gentleman will demonstrate how the guerrilla go in and out of the tunnel during the war time. So you can see the original size of the tunnel entrance. And later I will show you the original size. But now I would like you to know that he has to camouflage the lid. And then he's raised the arms up to make his body slim. All right, photo. All right, he ready to go. Disappear.
Wow.
This is where we stand up.
What are you doing now? Throw a hand grenade in it.
Okay, who want to try? Like him?
Yeah, I'm not even going to attempt to run on that one. I'm not even going to attempt to jump on that one. Everybody's looking in the hole. Now, wow, no wonder why the American troops and other troops that ended up having fights with Vietnam, no wonder why they found it so hard to fight with them in the jungle, because the jungle really was their place of home. This was their territory. This is where they knew how to ambush the enemy, which was America and other places that, you know, other countries that decided to fight with them. These tunnels that look like this, these tunnels would have been all around here, not to mention bombs and booby traps.
From the bottom, and do arms up, and kneel down.
He's gone. You got it.
Arms
All
up.
the way up straight. Right up to the
All
top.
right.
Okay.
Oh man. Keep down this later, man.
So scary.
Wow. Should I try it? Maybe I should.
Oh, that we can say, yeah.
Alright guys, I'm going to try it. It's not going to work, but I will try it. No, that's not going to happen.
No way in the
I'm not
world.
going to fit in there. The Viet Cong tunnels were actually built to hide from the Japanese back in the day. It was not built for the Vietnam War. Vietnam has been suffering from war on and off for about 100 plus years. It's crazy. During the Vietnam War, they were actually extended and made deeper and longer, and they were connected. So there was a tunnel here and a tunnel there, for example. They connected them both to make them longer. They added these little breathing holes in certain places so the ventilation could go down. You know what I'm saying?
The bomb or grenade, the explosion. One behind, one in front.
Oh, and then you...
Yeah.
That's a tunnel where they duck and cover from machine gun fire in there and put the feet in the feet holes and then...
They've been in the trench here and moving and stand here for shooting, and then when the enemy came closer, they come back and jump and disappear with the tunnel system.
So the Viet Cong would you run down these little alleyways right here if you're shooting at the enemy, and if the enemy got too close, they'd simply run back down into the tunnel and they're gone. Alright, we're going into the tunnel now.
Is it on? Yes, it is on, yeah.
See you later. And there's a tunnel that side, there's a tunnel that side.
So, you see, imagine in the wartime shows the guys like him, young, small, strong, and very fast inside.
You need
Oh, be careful.
Thank you.
Yeah, put your legs to the right.
Yep.
Air for him.
And then look the back way.
Yep.
Can you see?
Wow, this tunnel's pretty crazy.
Can you see the bats? Can you see the bats?
He cannot be a tunnel rat.
Tunnel elephant.
Or if the VC want to widen the tunnel, need him.
Yes.
Now there's
I see the
What is
bats,
it?
Yep.
an ant.
Ah, okay.
You don't get bitten,
Bats down there, see it?
they got rabies.
Can you see the bats?
Yeah, I count there's 3 of them.
We'll take your word for it.
Well, you should go down there too.
Not bloody likely.
I've got to get out of here somehow now.
Should be right.
It's all right.
Your head.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good on you.
Not gonna lie, I'm very dirty right now. I'm sweating like hell. It's actually a very warm day. Thank goodness I don't have claustrophobia, because it's very claustrophobic in there. It's so warm today that a lady in the other group actually fainted. As you can imagine, during any wartime in any country, things aren't good for the people living in the country. So a lot of people tried to escape. Thousands of people tried, millions of people tried to escape the country. They fled the country. The Vietnamese people would want to have a better life. They'd save up thousands of American dollars equivalent, do you know what I'm saying? So it was thousands of dong American dollar equivalent, and this was back in 1960s, 1970s, when they were trying to flee the war. They ended up going to boats. These boat captains would make a massive amount of profit to try and give these people a better life by taking them to a new life somewhere. The thing is though, these captains had no idea where to go. They had no GPS, no compasses. They had no idea where to go. They just went, they sailed with the hope of finding land that was in Vietnam. And these people, they were starving on the boat, they were thirsty, there was no room for laying down properly, people were sick. By the time a lot of these boats found land, 2/4 had died. You can't keep a dead body on the boat, so they would throw the dead people into the ocean, and if they were starving, they would eat them. Really horrible situation.
Of the person, Mr. M are like that, but not the name. Woman too, in the water.
You can see the probably break the hammock, won't you?
I'm totally going to break the hammock, especially with the bag on. Nice to meet you. There's a little termite mound, looking mound right there. They use this, they put a little hole in this fake termite mound. It looks like a termite mound to make the soldiers think, hey, that looks like a termite mound. But anyway, there's a small hole in there right now to allow ventilation throughout the tunnels. Here, have a look. And these little termite mounds were scattered everywhere to allow ventilation throughout the tunnels. Truly innovative, it really was, and that's why the Americans had so much trouble in the war. The tunnels everywhere, I mean, you're in absolute thick jungle. You wouldn't expect tunnels to be everywhere here, filled with human beings with machine guns. You would not expect that. I'm just going down here, okay? Give me a second. Yep. Just gone off track a little bit just to see. There's a sunken down, looks like graves, sunken down grave holes, but it's the tunnels, I'm pretty sure, that have collapsed here. What an incredible place. Just think, this is where the Americans, dropped napalm, dropped liquid fuel, napalm and Agent Orange gases, which have absolutely devastated the Vietnamese people from generation to generation. Yeah, 100% that would be one.
Like a termite mound.
Yeah.
Right in the front, it was armor, very strong.
Yeah. This right here is an American tank that ran over a landmine. But it wasn't just a landmine apparently, it was a 5-second delay landmine. And that caused the back part of the tank to explode after it had already ran over it with the 5-second delay. Have a look at the damage at the back. Wow. Hear those gunfires, we're getting absolutely so close to it now. This is pretty cool. Have a look at the back, it's open. So the landmine had a 5-second delay and it blew up at the back area. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So to the people that did escape Vietnam and they made a better life for themselves elsewhere, maybe America, England, Australia, anywhere, they got jobs and they ended up sending their money to their families in Vietnam. But the thing is, once the war had finished, the communists won, right? Democracy, boo. Right now we are in a beautiful communist country, Vietnam. Communism runs in China, Vietnam, among a few other places as well. So what happened was the people that were making money overseas, they would send their money to their families, right? And they'd send the money through the mail to their families back in Vietnam. But what happened, right? The communist government, they were getting the mail and they were reading the messages from their family members and they were taking the money out for the government. So the families would end up getting nothing, which is really, really shame. So what happened was the people who were sending the money ended up realizing eventually, hey, if I put money in the envelope, it's going to be taken by the government. So what do you do in a situation like that? Let's say you've made a lot of money and you want to give your family members money. What do you do in a situation like that? They ended up giving clothing in the mail to their family members, right? And they put a $100 bill sewn underneath the thing here, $100 bill rolled up in there and sewn in. So then when the family members got the clothing, they knew, hey, the money's got to be in here.
Fish that look like fish bucket, my family. Oh, more dangerous, family. So how we can do that? The soldier step on the chocolate one. He stop. See the same.
Ouch. Wow. So yeah, they put rotten meat on these traps as well. So then when you fall on them, infection is inevitable. Infection. Wow. Antibiotics? Hardly much.
Look like See, they have a two way.
Ногой ступали, и в ногу впивается 4 шипа раза. Самое. Наступает.
Far out. Imagine walking on one of them traps. That's just a display. That's just a demonstration of what some of the traps they had here. Ingenuity at its finest. Wow. You would not have a good day if you fell down there.
Say like this. Okay, they fall it down. Oh, it's safe to carry. But when they found a good place, just opened it up. See? And this little one, very handy, and they can put them in the rice field and walk on the top, just go through. And remember the bob, stop you from taking back. As I said before, always they left the animal done on the spine to make it more dirty, or even the metal rust can leave the infection for the wound. Or something like this. Oh, you are a good volunteer. All right, stand in front.
No!
The American opened the door, step in, so they pull out the wire, and this one fall down. Of course, American can react. They can step back. The second part is movable, up. So 2 in 1. But remember, the poison here can leave very bad infection for the wound.
So if you were fast enough to stop the trap hitting your face, or your penis is going to get hit severely. Wow. Because Vietnam is a communist country, Google and websites like that, like Facebook, there are some things that are blocked in this country, which is a shame because free speech is so important in any society. Unfortunately, Vietnam does not have free speech. It's close. There's a lot of speech going on around here, but it's not free. If the government sees you being like a political activist online, like Facebook or Twitter or something like that, they'll basically give you a warning. If you're slightly against the Communist Party, they will give you a warning. They'll say, hey, look, we don't like you doing this. But if you continue doing it, you may get a second warning. But the third time, that's when they come knocking on your door and they basically arrest you. They take you to court. You've got no lawyer, no lawyers allowed, no family members allowed, there's no official, there's no public allowed in. We don't know what's been said inside, it's just you, the military police, and a judge. And whatever is said in that court on that day, you could basically be sent to jail in between 1 to 15 years. It is an extremely warm, humid day. I'm sweating. Can you see? I'm sure you can. I'm sweating pretty bad. So apparently there's still 20% of Vietnam is still filled with landmines. There are a lot of poor people in Vietnam who want to make about $50 American, and the locals used to find a landmine, cut it open with a hacksaw, but they couldn't raise the heat with the friction from the cutting, so they'd pour cold water on the bomb as they cut, so the landmine doesn't explode. Of course, a lot of explosions happened anyway. Bombs. But the funny thing is, there are, like I said, there's still 20% of Vietnam covered with landmines. There are a lot of poor people in Vietnam still who want to make a quick buck. If they find a bomb today, they will cut it open and they will get the metal and the explosives and they'll recycle it and make all that money. Wow, that's spooky as. Look, I'm in the beautiful communist country of Vietnam, and it isn't my job to say what's right and what's wrong. I'm just here to tell you a little bit of what's happened in the history of Vietnam. You can't wipe out history. History is the truth of what has actually happened to a place, to a country, to a certain community. If you wipe out that history, it denies the public, it denies the people in that country the generations from now, it denies them to understand the truth of what has happened to their relatives years gone by. To cover up history is to intentionally forget about the past. To cover up history is to deny future generations the truth of what their ancestors have been through. History can't be covered up. We're all facing one direction in life. Harry Styles. That's a joke. It's the band, Harry Styles, One Direction. Anyway, we're all facing one direction in life, the future. But we do need to look back in our past sometimes to see where we've been, because if you don't see where we've properly been, we can make the same mistakes again and again and again. We, human beings, we are the most intelligent species on Earth. Maybe not the universe, there could be aliens out there, but that's another conversation. Covering up the mistakes of history allows us as the human race to make the same terrible mistakes in the future. And that's just horrible. We can't do that. We really can't. Oh, Mum's been shot. You okay, Mum? Quick, run! Run for cover, Mum! Wow, that is really loud. Let's have a look. Okay, so that's real guns. Real guns, not a speaker system. And I just spent $600,000 to shoot 10 bullets of an AK-47. No joke. Here we go.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I can hear it actually. Okay, this way.
Wow, that is really loud. Let's put these on.
Yeah, right in here.
Here we go. Let's put this up.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
By a bullet.
That's
Right, like the.
Steaks, yeah.
Like this?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure. Right in here.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing. These bad boys are still warm from when I shot them. Wow. Well, shit. When I woke up this morning, I didn't think I'd be shooting my first AK-47 in Vietnam. Wow. You get 5 or 6 different choices to pick from. Which gun do you want to pick from? Obviously I chose AK-47. It's the most famous all around the world. I shot an AK-47.
I know you did.
AK-47.
I recorded you.
Did you?
With video.
It is the most shot machine gun all around the world for many decades. Many decades. Millions of people, unfortunately, have been shot and killed with an AK-47. It's the most known. It's the most used. Bloody hell, Mum, your son, tall boy Gareth, shot an AK-47 today. Far out. Oh yeah. Did not think I'd be doing that today. Come to Vietnam. Hell fucking yes. So fun.
You know for what? Did you see it? Someone underneath there and digging the tunnel. He put the soil on the bamboo basket.
Alright, something really amazing that they used to do was they used to get these tires and they'd cut the tires in the shape of a shoe, right? And they'd make the shoes out of the tires. But get ready for this. They wanted the army or anyone who was tracking them to not track them. So that's why they built shoes back to front. So when you're walking forwards, it looks like you're actually walking the other way. Do you know what I'm saying? So every time you take a step forwards, the front of the shoe looks like it's facing that way in the mud footprint. Absolutely clever as hell. Wow. This right here is quite amazing. This used to be a booby trap. So when the army walked through it, boom. I'm only joking. It's actually a clothesline for the locals. Just a clothesline for the locals. Never mind.
I insist you don't go. Please do not. I know you want to go. You are brave.
See you, Mum.
Take a photo of it just
Okay,
before
Okay.
you go down
So
there.
right now I'm going down the tunnel. Huge, long tunnel. I think it's 100 meters. Wish me luck. Hopefully I can fit.
One
Yep.
different style.
Right, everybody, this is the segment. If you suffer from claustrophobia, please skip this segment right now. Okay.
Turn on the flash.
Oh my god. Oh man, this is crazy. I don't know why I'm doing this. Yep, maybe I shouldn't have done this. Wow. Oh. I'm alright. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm bending down on all fours.
This is this way, Gareth.
I'm coming. I'm coming. Which way is the shorter one?
Oh, the shorter one's this way if you want to get out. It's right here.
Shorter way?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
You'll see the line.
Cool, cool. This hurts my feet. Very narrow, guys.
If you're tired, please go up.
Okay, thank you.
Then the further you go, the narrower it is.
100. Right, Gareth?
Yep.
There's heaps to turn off, so don't worry.
Alright.
3.
I think the moving on no three.
Is Gareth coming?
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm a little bit slow, but I'm coming yet.
It's fine.
My knees really hurt.
Yeah. I'm small enough to go on my legs.
Alright.
Oh, so you like? So we've done 40 meters.
Okay. Fuck. 60 more to go.
You right?
Yep.
Good to go, Gareth?
Yeah, still good.
We got this.
We got it. We got it. I'm sweating like a bitch, but I'll be alright. Yeah.
He says you might be too big.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's up to you.
Come try it. See if
I'll try it.
If you can squeeze through
I'll
here.
try it, yeah.
Very difficult for him.
Alright.
Yeah?
Very difficult.
No, he's the expert. You can try again.
I'm really trying I'm really testing myself right here. I'm testing myself big time. Apparently it gets more narrow down here.
Oh, you right?
Come on.
There is good?
Yep, all good.
Alright.
Slowly getting there.
It's hard with the giant camera.
Alright, I'm off my knees now. And I'm scooting with my bum.
You can't scoot with your bum though.
I'm trying my hardest. I can do it. There we go. Every 10 or 15 minutes or so, there's a turn off, thankfully, if you wanted to get out. I'll be right, I can do this. I'm gonna do the whole 100 meters. Yep.
It's gonna be hard to get up like that.
Fuck. Can you take my camera for a second? Yeah, sure. And then just record me, is that alright? Yeah. Cheers, mate. Oh my god. I can do this. I'm gonna go backwards from now on.
Don't go backwards.
I have to. Cheers, mate.
It's so good.
That shows you the humidity down here.
We're not allowed to more further. Yeah, that's good. How far? How far have you?
1 day.
1 day.
Lay down.
Of travel.
Lay down time.
Let's carry on.
Gareth is slow now.
I'm getting there.
Okay, 40 more meters. Let's go.
Oh, how many more?
40 more.
40.
Okay. Yeah, this is 60 right here.
All right. 60 meters done. 40 more to go.
I totally could lift down on one of these, not the other small ones.
Okay, we're going in feet first here, boys.
Feet first. Okay, Gareth, you want to turn around there?
What's it like?
He's on his back. Gareth is 6'8".
Shout out Gareth right now.
Give me a second, guys. It's all good.
On YouTube.
If you try to go up 60 meters.
Tall boy Gareth.
Either way, let's keep rolling. Let's get this over with.
You want me to hold your camera?
Yeah. Cheers, Karen. Is there a little red dot on the top? Is there a little red dot on the screen representing the recording?
Yeah.
I can do this.
You're fine.
I'm good.
Your phone.
I'm good. Phone?
No, your phone.
Cheers, thank you.
Yeah.
That would be the legend.
Legend. I wouldn't be coming back down for it. They can have it.
Yeah. Gareth, smile.
Alright, thanks, man.
Say cheese.
Cheers, guys. Subscribe, Tall Boy Gareth.
Tall boy Gareth in the house.
Slow.
Gareth, you?
Yep.
You okay?
Yep.
Yeah, he's doing okay.
I'm getting there.
I rate 9 out of 10, but there's no windows, so
Yeah.
he's getting there.
Okay.
So basically, anyone that says they're too big, we can call them a liar.
Absolutely. If I can do it, guys, you can do it.
I think this is the end, Gareth.
Cool.
Gareth! Did it!
I'm coming.
Oh my Gareth! Like and subscribe, Gareth.
I'm so close. Yet so far away.
You okay?
Wow, we did it. Absolutely.
100 meters.
Wow. Awesome.
You okay?
I'm all good. Thank you. I'm sweating, but I'm okay. Woo. Wow. That was crazy. I'm gonna have a heart attack now. On my stomach, back, on my bum, on my knees, sideways.
You killed that, bro. Holy
For the footage, man! All for the footage!
Wow. Footage done? Hell yes. If I can fit through there, any of you guys watching this can fit through there 100%, go for it. Yeah, recorded it all. Yeah. Yes, please, wash my hands, wash my face, wash everywhere. I think my knees are bleeding slightly, but I'll be alright. Just fresh water?
Yeah.
I will in a second, yeah. Thank you.
You did a good job.
I tried. How'd you guys go?
I cannot believe you made it through.
Oh wow, I can't believe it either.
That was
That is some
insane.
dedication for
How
the
tall are
vlog.
you? 7 feet,
Yeah,
240? Like,
6'8", 6'9".
damn.
So, yeah. I almost, there's a couple of times where I almost just like went to the side entrance where I could just leave.
Yeah.
But I thought, no, I'm almost there, so.
Everybody at home's gotta check this guy out on YouTube. Tall boy
Tall
Gareth.
Boy Gareth.
Like and subscribe. He is
Boom.
the man.
Ooh, why is that doing that? Why is that doing that?
I'm still slightly buggered from that little adventure, but wow. There's a smoking area, smoke fest over there. What would you call it, a smoking cavern? The cavern in England? Liverpool cavern? The Beatles? Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Back on the bus. Wow, I'm still feeling slightly buggered from that, but that was incredible. I didn't think I wasn't sure if I could do it, do you know what I mean? I really wanted to try at least. If I couldn't do it, I was going to back up as best as I could and get out that way. Every 10-15 minutes or so there was a sideways entrance or a sideways exit to leave, but I was like, shit, no, I've got this far, you know, I'm just going to keep going. As I got further in, as you saw, absolutely claustrophobic as hell. It's just so tight and squeezy. I had to maneuver myself sideways and on my back, on my stomach a few times. Oh man, crazy. If you've got claustrophobia problems, don't even attempt it. It was warmish in there, but it was still slightly cool because it's underground, which is great. But the airflow wasn't the best. Imagine what the Viet Cong used to do back in the day. I mean, they had Viet Cong people that were hiding under there. Those tunnels would have been smaller than that. The air holes, the ventilation holes would have been less than that. Wow, I don't know how they did it. I don't know how I did it, but we're going to a restaurant now to get something to eat. I think I deserve it. Alrighty, today is day 8. Alrighty, today is day 7. I had to do that just in case I was wrong, you know. Alright, today is day 9. Just in case I was wrong twice before. I know, I'm just fucking making sure. Go back home, see my animals, my 3 dogs, 5, 6 cats, I've got heaps of cats, 5 birds, something like that. I got too many fur babies. I don't even know how many I have. That's how many fur babies I have. Alright, or wing babies, feathered babies, I don't know. You get where I'm going with this. Anyway. How's our mems?
Alright, yeah.
That's good. About to have dinner and we're completely surrounded by water either side. Well, this is pretty cool. We're actually sitting on a pavilion above the water. Wow, take a look at that. It's been a fun time here in Vietnam and it's honestly sad to go, but this is it. We are off to the airport pretty much right now.